from France. This is Michael Cups of The Habit Architect. I'm really just letting you know I'm recording a short video today from the south of France. We were out here on holiday and had some, just very much into the holiday just getting started, but had some great scenery and the people are friendly. It's just been a wonderful vacation so far. We're here with my family, and I've just so grateful to be able to take this pause. I wanted to record a short episode this week because we've got some very important things coming up, and I've got some notes here. That's why I'm playing with my phone a little bit. But so I just wanted to record a little bit. I've we're just up in the hotel, so I'm out back trying to record, and hopefully this sounds okay. Within the southern France community, there's some great times, and you might guess we went to Monaco and Monte Carlo and Menton, and we've had a great set of dinners, and meals are always wonderful in France. People are really friendly in the south of France, so I really encourage you, if you get a chance ever in your life, to do that, just to make that tour around. But more importantly, on The Habit Architect, we are ending season 1, which I'm really excited about. This was an action-packed season. We had a lot of fun. Hatham, our producer, is just wonderful. He's been helpful with all the guests, and then managing all the video and audio, of course, but just coordinating the guests. You wouldn't believe how much goes into coordinating a podcast, and having a valuable producer like Hatham is just incredible. I'm really grateful for that. And what we're going to do over the next 2 episodes, you guys have seen Reem, who has joined me as a guest host from time to time with certain guests, and she's going to help me over the next 2 episodes, and we're going to recap the 19 episodes. We're going to take one episode and do 10 of them, one episode and do 9 of them. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick out the top things that we learned from those guests. And it could be a habit. It could be a prioritization of certain things. It could be any number of elements that we think that are things you can take away from talking with these individuals that can help you in your life, whether it's your work life, etc. Because we had some amazing topics. We had marriage topics. We had AI topics and personal productivity. We had people talking about aging in place. We've got organization of disaster recovery type stuff for your home. We had some really incredible guests on the episodes that were teaching us about just small habits, small priorities, and they're all very important. So, I urge you to tune in over the next 2 weeks. You'll see some of the highlights. You'll certainly hear Reem and I talk about some of the key elements and key points. And in addition to that, I didn't want to let you go today without some variation of giving you some tips. So as when we get away, we always kind of reflect on our time and our busy schedules, and you just have a little more breathing room, if you will, on vacation. And the theme that keeps coming up to me this week, so far at least, in addition to the good food and everything, is really trading up your time. So often in life these days, especially in this digital world we're in, we are making choices at a rapid pace to spend our time on things. And the question you have to ask yourself is, spending my time on this particular task, this particular thing at this time, is it the most important thing now? Is it what I should do with my time now? Because what you're saying yes to, you could be saying no to things that are very, very important, or more urgent over time. And so saying yes to everything is not it's just not viable. You're gonna wear yourself out. But learning to say no so you can say yes to other things is a massive trade up in time. And when you look at professional athletes, or you look at the most successful, pick a industry, lawyers, etc., what they are really good at is understanding what to work on and when to work on it. So let's take the athlete metaphor, if you will. And what you're going to do there is you're going to see that they have a discipline in their life that says that they're going to work out certain times, and they're going to, over the course of a year, they're doing different things that they need to do to prepare themselves for the Olympics, or prepare themselves for the heavy season of basketball coming up, whatever the sport is. And the really top performers know how to do that, and they're not trading down their time. They're not saying, oh, you know what, I'll get to that workout later, or I'll get to that study of that, the opponent later. They're doing it in the time that they should do it in, so they're most prepared they're going to be when it's game time. And I think you can all do that. And I know that sounds dramatic, but in the course of a day, just think about the decisions you make that trades off your time, and you go back and you think, where did the time go? What did I do? Why did I spend so much time on that project? And so it really is an important element for you to really just kind of sit back and think about your week. And I encourage, as you guys know, a weekly review of your priority matrix, and that could be on Sunday night, it could be Monday morning, it could be Friday night, whatever works for you. But you really need to think about your week and take in that week and say, okay, what is going to be the most impactful things I can do? And then what are those urgent things I have to do? And then where is the most important bubble up? And then the second thing you should do is think about your values. So I talk a lot about hierarchy of values, and I'm publishing a course here very soon that you can go take, and will help you go through a worksheet to develop your values. And when I say develop, you probably already know your values, what you care about, but develop them in a way that are actionable, that makes sure that you are acting on that every day and you're living those values. And those are just value statements, of course. But if you take that weekly review that I was just talking about, and then you do that review with your values in mind, your clarity is going to start coming to you. You're going to start seeing the things that you want to focus on. You're going to start seeing the things that are most important to you. And what that equally means is you're going to learn how to say no to the things that aren't. The ones that aren't serving your values, you're going to be able to say no to, and you're going to be more crisp in that. And it's not that I'm asking you to be rude about declining projects or things. It's about your time and your allocation. So you need to be gracious in refusing, or gracious in telling them you can do it later. That's one of the big things. You've heard me go off on meetings before, and I still think meetings are the biggest time suck that we have. These are the things we say yes to that we don't realize eats so much time. So when you talk about trading down your time, if you say yes to every meeting that's sent to you, you are trading off your time for somebody else's agenda. And sometimes you have to. Sometimes you need to take those meetings, and sometimes the meetings are valuable. But when you can, you need to inspect that invite and say, is my presence there important? Is there an agenda that we're going to get to a resolution of whatever it needs to be? And 3, is there going to be a take-home? Is there an outcome that's going to solve that meeting? If it's just a meeting for meeting's sake, you really got to question whether you want to trade down your time for meetings that you have to sit on, particularly if they invite 10, 15 people. I mean, why are we all sitting on a call when 3 or 4 people can probably get it and send us a summary of the meeting? So what you really need to do is think about that simple thing. Trade up, trade down your time. So when you say yes to something, just make sure you understand what you're saying no to. And sometimes that's perfectly fine, but just understand it and be aware, because awareness will bring you clarity, and awareness will allow you to focus on what matters to you and your values. And I get it. Sometimes bosses come at you and they need this and they need that. Fill out that spreadsheet, whatever it may be. And some of those things you just have to do, but it doesn't mean you spend your day doing them. It means you figure out a time in your schedule that you can actually go through and think about, how am I going to spend my time in productive times that I can cut up and use in that area. Don't underestimate habits as well. Habits are something that you can integrate into your schedule that will knock out a lot of those I was going to say useless tasks. I don't mean useless, but sometimes menial tasks. So if you can build in habits that says, okay, I'm going to do 30 minutes a day at 4:30, and at that time I'm going to update the CRM, or I'm going to do something critical in a spreadsheet that that your organization depends on. So build those in, but make them a habit, as opposed to stopping what you're doing that's productive and then interrupting that and then trying to get back to it. Just make sure that you have a slot at 4:15 every day. You're going to do 15 minutes of something. And that's how you create habits of success. That's how you create time management that matters. And I don't like the word time management too much, because I think if you use your schedule to decide what you are on and where your priorities are, you're going to fail, because then you're probably leading on someone else's agenda. And there's nothing more appropriate than trading up your time. It's not managing your schedule. So hopefully that makes sense. So there's a little tip for you this week. Again, I really want you to join in the next 2 episodes. I always have fun with Reem. She's got great questions, and she's the Gen Z to my Gen X. So we always have good conversations, and we have different perspectives, which is good. But we're going to go back through the 19 episodes. We're going to highlight the key points and point you to clips that you may want to see. And we're happy to introduce you to our guests as well, because they're very open and they're all very helpful. And we just had such a good season to start off with. And then right after those 2 episodes, we're going to jump into season 2 of The Habit Architect. We have a lot in store for you. And we've also categorized our guests in a way that are going to make more sense. So things like recovery for challenges. I want to do some podcasts on challenges. So it could be somebody like me that survived cancer, or somebody that's going through a particular challenge with an addiction, or maybe they just had other challenges. Maybe they were in an accident or something and they've overcome that. I want to go into those more powerful concepts of how to build habits that make you better, how to prioritize those habits into your life. And then, of course, we want coaches. We want people that are teaching things. Teachers. I love talking to teachers. Teachers that have to deal with multiple personalities and how they're getting these young minds through the things that they need to get through. And so all of these types of guests are going to be on. And of course, we'll have some business flair to it too. Of course, AI, we need to talk about that from time to time, if not every day, it seems like, as it's in our lives now. But we're going to have a great season 2 ahead of us. I really hope you can tune into that. Be sure to go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts, and just do that little simple thing of following us or favoriting us or whatever the mechanism is in your platform, because it does help us understand where and how we're getting viewers and what matters. So comment, participate actively on the live sessions if you can make the live sessions. If you can't, give us comments afterwards. We'll always respond. So again, I want to thank Reem and Hatham for season 1. We're really looking forward to recapping that for you. So tune in next week and the week after on those 2 episodes. And again, from France, what I would tell you is, 1, bonjour, and secondly, merci. Thank you so much. Again, from France, my tip of the week is be aware where you're trading up or trading down your time. Join us next week on The Habit Architect. As always, you can find us at timebandit.io and hit a contact us button, and we will get back to you if you need anything.